pastor, do you have ID?
Why, so,
I need to see a picture of ID to identify yourself.
For what reason?
What's that? I'm allowed to ask you for your ID.
You're allowed to ask me for my ID, and I'm willing to provide it. It's not Egypt. And I'm talking with Sergeant who?
Bass, James Bass.
Thank you.
And what were you protesting about?
Does it matter?
It does matter.
Sure it does.
It matters
You're
that...
bringing up the mayor's name.
Yes, it matters that Mayor...
Explain to the sergeant while...
Mayor Mike Bloomberg's Adult Protective Services, for the third time, has failed to provide me with the protection of my rights and has lost my home. They've been reprimanded by housing court judges, and once again they have made me homeless through no fault of my own. No non-payment, nothing like that. Okay. And his deputies have all been contacted. I have not gotten a response. So I go to the head man. The buck stops with Mr. Bloomberg. All I want is justice. All I want is my home back.
What do you want? You lost your home?
No, I didn't lose it.
Okay.
Adult Protective Services did. Could you please state your name again, please? Sergeant?
Bass, B-A-S-T.
B-A-S-T. And it's Officer?
Gradovich.
Thank you. Sorry for the lighting.
That's okay.
You look better in the light.
So you're out here at 4:30 in the morning to protest?
Protesting this fact that I'm protesting that I have nowhere else to go. This is a very safe neighborhood. It's protected by the police. All right, so that's one reason I'm here, because I feel safe here. Also, I've been told that the one way that I know, I've worked in housing, and housing first is a philosophy that I follow, and the only way that you get placed in a new home with housing first is that you have to sleep on the street. And so you have requirements, you have roll call, you have certain colors of the day, you have certain protocol that you follow. Okay, I have to follow the protocol and the procedures of other people.
What I can offer you is a bed at Bellevue.
No, I'm not going to Bellevue. I cannot go in a shelter. I was raped. Excuse me. I have documentation that says I cannot go into a shelter because I was raped in the New York seminary. I sure do. I have Carolyn Maloney even backing it up with another letter. All right.
Have your social security number?
No. You don't need that. And I don't have to give that. And you know that by law.
All right, well, if you're refusing our help for a shelter...
No, excuse me.
What can we do?
I just told you, Sergeant, I'm going to talk to the Sergeant. No disrespect to you. I'm talking to the Sergeant, Sergeant Bass. All right. You don't need to do anything except protect the peace and order. I am not disturbing the peace. I'm not disrupting the order.
Why don't you have a seat? Relax.
And are you going to? What is your intention? I mean, I can sit down if I want. That's a choice. That is a choice.
It's your choice.
And
I would like to know what brings you out here.
Being raped in the New York seminary.
What does that have to do?
Listen. Being raped in the New York seminary and living with the same kind of post-traumatic stress that our soldiers are going to come back with. All right? I cannot put myself into situations that reenact in any which way that experience of group living and institutional living. I cannot, I shall not, I never will enter into any group living situation again. The trauma is beyond my capacity to cope with and deal with. All right? I have a right, to try to maintain a healthy life, a balanced life, and one of it is not going back into that environment. Just as a soldier might not want to go back into the combat zone. All right? I live with post-traumatic stress disorder. I live with depression. I live with varicose veins. That has been diagnosed by the Social Security Administration. I live with Social Security disability.
Okay.
I am here on the street, especially here on a nice day, because it's safer here. It's safer here than in other parts of our city, unfortunately. And also, this is one opportunity, at least, if someone sees me, I may get an apartment sooner than later.
When did you lose your apartment?
February 22nd.
Where was your apartment?
Astoria, Queens. I give all this information voluntarily. All right, you can have it. As a matter of fact, I can give you a press release. But the fact is, I didn't lose it. The city lost it once again. And they could have blocked the thing, and the caseworker was there, and they screwed up again. I'm just asking that my rights be respected. And if I go down to Bellevue, I'm going to come back up. And I'll come back up, and I'll come back up, and I'll come back up. You know why? We're not in Egypt. I'm not going to the shelter.
Well, what is your...
I'm not going to the shelter.
What is your intention here tonight?
I'm waiting on Goddard Settlement, who said that they may come and visit it tonight. This is the night. And if that gives me a homeless organization that houses people. Now, if you want to take away my next home, then you'll be a part of it. I wish you weren't. I wish you'd just let me be.
Where's the number to the shelter place that they have?
They're not answering. They come in at 5 o'clock.
24 hours?
They come in at 5 o'clock, sir.
You have the number on you? Let me see. Let me see the number.
You can look it up.
You said you called it. Let's see.
No, I'll show you what it did. I'm now providing voluntarily the fact, showing that I am cooperating fully with both Garanovich, Officer Garanovich, and Bass, Sergeant Bass. Sergeant Bass Sergeant Bass is getting his coat on. It is a little cold out here tonight.
So what are you doing?
That's the number. All right, that's the number. This is the number.
What is this the number to now?
For Goddard Settlement, Riverside Settlement. I'm not even sure their full name. Who I called at 401, and the message box is full. But they said they would be hopefully seeing me within the 5 o'clock hour. I do not run people's operations, just I don't run New York City Police Department's operations. But just as the Constitution says that the state doesn't run our lives. So if there's not any further probable cause, I want to sit, and I was restfully, peacefully sitting here. I would like to return there. If you have any other questions...
Return to sit?
Yes. I would just like to stay and wait for the homeless advocates to come and work with me on getting a new home. And you can understand that too, right?
Absolutely.
All right, good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just so you know, I'm getting back PASD.
You're going to EDP me? Then fine. Are you EDPing me?